Many times when we talk about real estate here, we kind of give you some clues on things that you want to spruce up before you sell your home to add maximum value. Well, let's talk about some facts and some myths in that area. Louie Ortiz joins us here this morning, our real estate expert. It's generally a good idea to upkeep your home anyway, because at some point down the road, either you or your family is going to be selling that home. So you want to keep it in good repair anyway, right?
Absolutely. You want to make sure that it's taken care of and all the deferred maintenance is done and such. But home improvements can be a very tricky thing. So
if you're planning on staying in the house for a long period of time, you probably really don't care. If it's something you want done and you're not doing it to improve the value, then do it.
Absolutely. A home is someone's castle. So if you're going to be there for a while and you're not planning on selling it, definitely do the things that you want to do and make it your own.
Okay, but now, if you are thinking about the future, you're thinking about the value of your home, give us a couple of facts, things that are really good to do, and then some things that people would assume are good that you don't get any return on your money.
Sure. Well, I think one of the biggest myths in home improvements is following the latest design trends. You know, so many people get caught up and they see that, you know, that really neat design in the magazine, or they're traveling and they think, oh, what a great thing. But following the latest design trend may not always be the best thing if you're thinking about resale down the road.
Now, my brother told me when we were building the house, I was just selecting different features to go in there, and I was looking at, for example, granite countertops.
Yes.
He said, go with the standard granite. He says, trust me on this. He says, do not go with some really wild, crazy thing just because you love it and you think it's the latest cool thing. That was really good advice, because I've been looking at that granite for 10 years now. It still looks like granite, you know?
Well, you know, it's funny because who knows, granite may be one of those design elements in the future that may not be popular. We just don't know. You know, things like popcorn ceilings and shag carpet a few years ago were the rage, and now, you know, we don't want to see those. Another really good example of a material like that is a shipbuilding. I was touring the Queen Mary a few years ago, and they used plastic for the guardrails. And when you go on the tour, they said, oh, back then that was the latest design, the newest thing, and now it's really not such a great thing. So.
Yeah, and now you think cheap.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Doesn't say luxury anymore. Okay, more myths, or you want to go to the
absolutely.
fact? Okay.
Another myth, pools add value. You know, that's a really big myth. And if you're a homeowner and you're thinking about doing some renovations in your property, you really want to take a pencil and really think hard about adding that pool.
Some people don't want a pool. They don't want the liability.
Absolutely. There's a lot of liability. There's a lot of maintenance. A prospective home buyer may have children and just may not want that pool. So that's really a big one to consider. And
personally, I mean, I would choose the pool every time.
Well, here in Southern California,
but that's different.
Yes.
I'm different here in Arizona, for example. Okay, what should we be putting money into?
You know, I think that the best home improvements are things like kitchens and baths. By far, kitchens, if you're thinking about doing some renovations, the kitchens by far yield you the most money. I do see a lot of myths where people think that, you know, doing a garage conversion to living space, or maybe taking out a bedroom to make a master bedroom larger, those are probably some myths and probably not the best home improvement idea to do.
Those sound like personal preferences a little bit more than general wants and needs. Yeah, the kitchen, what would you do in the kitchen? Would you pull out all the old appliances, or do you gut it? I mean, what do you upgrade first in the kitchen?
Sure.
Or do you have to do the whole thing at one time?
Well, no, I think it really depends on the person's budget and the current condition of the existing kitchen. I mean, a lot of times cabinets can simply be refinished. They don't need to be replaced. Sometimes countertops can be resurfaced and not necessarily replaced. If the appliances are dated, that might be a good investment to replace the appliances, but it really depends on a case-by-case basis.
Okay, and certainly paint and tile and all those types of things, keep it spruced up, keep it fresh, keep it nice.
Yes.
Okay, Louie Ortiz, thanks.
Great to see you.
Folks, get in touch with Louie if you have any questions. Louie Ortiz, he knows what he's talking about, and that's why we've been talking to him. How many years have we been talking?
Quite a few years.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, at least it's nice to be talking about an up market now and things moving along a little bit. All right.